When you hit cancer, you think chemo is going to be the hardest part, but it's not. It's actually the moment you have to tell your person that it's happening, the moment that shakes your world. For me, that moment came a couple days after my biopsy when I got the results. I started walking from our house to my husband's office. He knew I'd had a biopsy, and we were both hoping that, again, it was nothing. But honestly, we'd been anticipating this moment for years. I'd walked in, and before I said a word, he looked up from his desk and his eyes just filled. He didn't ask. I didn't have to explain. I just nodded. I walked over to him. He stayed seated and wrapped his arms around my waist. We just stayed like that, quiet. Both of us were crying, not sobbing, just tears of sadness. Sad that this was real. Sad that we were both about to go through it, me for him and him for me. It wasn't dramatic or cinematic. It was just two people who love each other realizing, okay, it's our turn now. And in that quiet, I realized I couldn't protect him from this by being strong or silent. I could only protect us by letting him in. So let's talk about that moment, the one where you have to tell your partner. Because this is the first test of your strength, not your physical strength, your emotional strength. Let's reframe it. Telling your partner isn't about breaking bad news. I mean, of course you're going to do that. It's actually about building the foundation of your team. Here's 3 things I learned. First, they already know something's wrong. You might think you're hiding your fear, but you're not. People who love you can feel it before you say a word, and when you finally say it out loud, it may give both of you some relief. Because now you've named it, now you can start dealing with it. Second, they don't need the plan first. They need the connection. When I first thought about that conversation, I wanted to come in with the research, the data, the treatment options. That's not what my partner needed. He needed to hear, I'm scared, and I need you with me. There's plenty of time for logistics. Start with connection. And third, they're going to have their own reaction, and you can't manage their emotions for them. They might cry, they might get quiet, they might try to fix it right away, and that's not wrong. It's love trying to find a place to land. Just stay with it. Let them process, let yourself process, and when the moment feels right, remember we're in this together. When I look back, and it's almost 3 years now, that first conversation really set the tone for everything that came next. He was my partner, my confidant, my advocate, my teammate, my person. That's the power in this moment. It's not about delivering news. It's about embracing and reframing what we need. Sometimes our partners are with us when the doctor or nurse shares the news. That's actually only the first conversation. Sometimes we have to tell our partners ourselves. If you haven't told your partner yet, don't wait for the perfect time. Don't script it. Don't overthink it. Start with one sentence. Could be, I got the results and they're not what we wanted. That's it. It's the doorway to everything else. Because the minute you let them in, you've stopped facing cancer alone. You can't control cancer, but you can control how you face it and who you face it with. The moment you tell your partner isn't when your world is going to fall apart. It's when your world reorganizes and clarifies. Now, next week, we'll talk about the conversation I think is even harder. How to tell your kids without breaking their world.